Have you ever felt emotionally tired, even while pretending to be strong? Have you ever encouraged everyone else while secretly falling apart inside? That was Elijah, a prophet powerful enough to call fire down from heaven, yet emotionally exhausted enough to ask God to let him die. This isn't just a Bible story. It's the story of burnout, loneliness, emotional exhaustion, and what happens when someone reaches their breaking point.
Elijah stood alone against hundreds of false prophets. Everyone watched as he prayed confidently before God. Then suddenly, fire fell from heaven. It was one of the greatest victories in the Bible. People probably thought Elijah felt unstoppable, fearless, strong, spiritually untouchable. But what nobody saw was how emotionally exhausted he already was inside. Sometimes the biggest breakdowns happen after the biggest victories. Elijah had been carrying pressure for too long. Constant fear, constant opposition, constant responsibility. Always fighting, always standing strong. And eventually, his mind and emotions could not carry the weight anymore. Then Queen Jezebel threatened to kill him. And suddenly the prophet who faced crowds without fear started running for his life. Elijah ran deep into the wilderness, alone, drained, mentally exhausted, emotionally numb. He sat under a tree and prayed one of the saddest prayers in Scripture. Lord, I've had enough. He wanted everything to stop, not because he was weak, but because he had been strong for too long without rest. And honestly, many people today understand exactly how that feels.
Today, many people are living exactly like Elijah, smiling publicly, while privately struggling mentally, looking strong online, while silently breaking inside, burned out from pressure, tired of pretending everything is okay, emotionally exhausted from life, expectations, disappointment, and loneliness. Some people are physically alive, but emotionally drained every single day. And the hardest part? Most people around them never notice.
But here's the beautiful part of Elijah's story. God did not abandon him in his lowest moment. God didn't shame him for being exhausted. God didn't call him weak. Instead, God met Elijah quietly, gently, patiently, not through fire, not through earthquakes, not through chaos, but through a soft whisper. Because sometimes people don't need louder pressure. They need gentle restoration.
Elijah's story reminds us that even strong people get tired. Even faithful people struggle emotionally. Even people chosen by God can experience loneliness, fear, anxiety, and burnout. And if you've been silently fighting emotional exhaustion, you are not alone. Your breaking point does not mean your story is over. Sometimes the strongest people are simply carrying too much pain alone. And just like Elijah, God still sees you in the wilderness, even in silence, even in exhaustion, even when you feel like giving up.
The prophet who once wanted to die eventually stood again. And maybe that's your reminder today. Rest is not weakness. Asking for help is not failure. And your lowest moment is not the end of your story.